Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Gift Day. If you can check thoroughly on my YouTube channel account, you'll see that I've changed the name from Gift Day to Gift or to Ten Backend. So I changed it to Ten Backend. I changed it to Ten Backend because I've been busy, guys, doing the backend development, and I'm falling much in love with it. The other thing, I would like to apologize for not uploading any videos at the moment. And I'll say now I'm back. I'm going to upload a lot of the videos. I was kind of busy with other stuff that I have to do and complete, and yeah. So nevertheless, now I'm back. So we're gonna continue with our programming from today, and then I'll be uploading each and every Friday. And then if I can get a time during the week, I will also still upload some of the challenges or some of the problems. The time I was busy on doing my backend stuff, one of my friends approached me because he was exposed to an interview whereby he was doing some of the coding challenges there by the area. So he said that they asked him a lot of technical questions. They asked him to do a lot of practical things there. So he told me that this was one of the problem he was given to do. So the one I highlighted there in blue. So he said to me, "Okay, I have a couple of questions that I want to give you and assist me to complete them or to do them here online." So I said, "Firstly, I'll give you the easiest one, which is the one I'm seeing now currently. It says, okay, help me to get out the sum of this array." So it said the sum of this array should be 15. So help me to get the sum of this array. Then immediately when I see this question, I was like, okay, no problem. I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna do it for you. It's very easy, it's very simple, it's very straightforward. So another thing that I'm gonna let you know that, guys, is that I changed the IDE. I'm no longer using the IDE that I was using it previously. So now I'm using a replit.com IDE. If you can check it's a replit.com. So you can just go online to your internet or to your Chrome or any browser you prefer, and then you type replit.com, and then you go there, you sign in if you want to sign in, and yeah, if you want to start working with it on the other side that I'm using now. So if you are interested to use replit.com, just comment on this video and let me know that I shall take you through how to access it and start programming using it. So now we're still going to be using the console. So on the console, we'll be using this C++. So the only thing I have added now on this Replit IDE is that I added username space std. So I added username space std so that I can work with other functionalities that were not initialized in this IDE. So all right, so now let's stop doing the talking, and then we go to the coding, because currently now I'm looking at the array. So currently now I have an idea how I'm gonna approach this. I know that myself and you guys, we have never spoke about array, but immediately after this video, the coming video will be on array. Then you can just watch it if you don't understand it, and then you can watch it and go and relate to this one, that is the one that I'm going to do now. All right, so that should be it. So now let's stop doing the talking and then let's get our hands dirty. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to initialize the array. So when you get this problem, you have to think about it, right? You have an array that has been given values to you. So you have to initialize the array and assign the array you have initialized with those values that have been given to you. All right, so let's do that without wasting any time. All right, so you say int, let's just give it a name of array, a variable name of array. I'll be very much slow just to be able to accommodate you guys who doesn't even know coding. But if you know coding and then you understand what I'm doing, you can just pause this video and try to do it by yourself, and then after that you can come and compare the answer with yours. All right, so now let's initialize that array, and then let's put all these values that are here inside of our array. Okay, let's copy that, and then let's paste there. So now we've initialized our array. So now we put the values inside the array. So now the idea for me is to loop through all this array or all these values of array there, and then I add them one by one. Then when I'm adding them, I'm storing the number of addition somewhere else so that I can display it. All right, that should be our sum. So now let me just initialize another thing, which is going to be our sum that will keep the numbers. All right, so let's do so. Let me just say int sum equals to 0. So all the numbers that will be added in array, they will be assigned to sum so that they can accumulate from there. All right. So now we say, since we have this information, we can just create a loop to loop around this array. So then we say for loop. On a for loop, we can just say int I equals to 0, and then we say I is less than. We have to say I is less than, right? We don't have to say less than or equal. So you can just pick the last number of the array, which is 5, because for now we can't use the method of array.length. We don't want to use it, right? Okay. Then let's say I plus plus. All right. Then after that we can just open these two brackets so that we can work inside of the array. So there's something I want to tell you guys that maybe you don't know about. So to display the value of the arrays, or the value of indexes in the arrays, so you just have to put the 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 the, um, the number after an array or inside of these square brackets. So let's say, for example, you want to display 1. If you want to display 1 on the array, you have to put 0 here on the array, because array, it works with indexes. I'm going to show you immediately when I do the videos of arrays. Then it's going to be very much simple to learn from there. Then you have to put 0 here if you want to display the 1. So they start from 0 rather than starting from 1. So it's going to be 0 here at 1, and it's going to be 1 here at 2. It's going to be 2 here at 3, and 3 here at 4, and then 4 at 5, just like that. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. Let me just display something here. Let me display 1. So if I want to display 1, let me just do it in this way. Okay, see out, and then say, okay, let me just say uh array value. Okay, then this display of the index 0. Then we say array, then I'll put 0 there. Okay, we should be able to see this one there, because on the array variable at index 0 we have 1. So let's run this code. Let's see what happens from there. Let's go to console. It says there's a syntax error. Okay, so for now it's complaining with this variable that it has been initialized and assigned to 0, but it's not going to be used at the moment. So let's just comment it out for now for the test purposes. Okay, then it says the value is equals to 1, right? Remember I told you that array comes from 0, 1, 2. So if you want to display the value of 2, we put 1 there. Let me just create a space here, bit, so that it shows that side. So then when we put 1, what's going to happen is that it's going to display the value of 2. So array works is with indexes, and indexes starts from 0, and then start from 0 and start to count the values of the array. So let me just comment out this. It was just for demonstration purpose. Okay, so now let's go back to our problem. So my idea to use a for loop here, a loop, it allows it to run through that program for 5 times. So now if you are saying I is equals to 0, so which means we'll start from 0, and then we'll start the first round of running this loop will be a 0. So which means that this I will be equals to 0 and run over this program and come back again if when it's equals to 1, and come back again when it's equals to 2, and come back again when it's equals to 3, and then it will come back again when it's equals to 4 as well. And then when it's equals to 5, it will stop, because 5 is not less than 5, right? It's going to terminate the whole program, and it won't come back anymore right now, unless we can set out I to equals to 0 after it stopped. Then it will come back, and it will continue to loop like that. So now what we have to do now, we want to loop through all these values that are here inside and add them, right? So then you know that in the previous demonstration that I showed you, in the array we added 0 here in order for us to get what? value number one. So this I at the moment is equals to 0, which means if we put array code structure here below, and then we do the math and adding the sum, which means I will be equals to 0, which means that that I will be passed to an array. And then once it's passed to an array, remember I it has got a value of 0. That value of 0 now is going to store what the value of the indexes that is in array, which is 1. Okay, let me just show you what I'm talking about. It's easy to show it. So let's just do it in this way. So when I add it, right, when I accumulate to add it, so let's just say our sum that we've created above, our sum equals to sum, then we say plus, then we say array or integer array, then we put what? Value of I there. Okay, remember this I is not constant 0. It will still change because of this method here that says I plus plus. It will change until we get to the value that's going to be equals to 5, or that is going to be greater than 5. So that value is going to be 5. So when the value is greater than 5, it won't come here because already it will have to pass by 5, and 5 is not less than 5. Then the program will have to terminate. So what is happening here now is that, let me just explain a bit about it. So on the value of sum we have 0, and once we have 0 here on this sum, you can see that it says int equals to 0. Then it's gonna say plus what? 0 plus what? The value of I now is 0 as well. So, and then remember, array of 0, it gives us 1 according to this array information. So it gives us 1. So this is gonna come here and say, okay, I equals to 0, and they say yes, it's equals to 0. Then 0 is less than 5. Yes, 0 is less than 5. All right. Then it's gonna go through the code, right? Once it goes through the code, it's gonna come here and say, okay, so sum is 0, yes, and then plus what? Array of what? Of 0 here, which is 1. Then it's gonna store 1 here at sum. And then we go back. Remember, 1 is gonna be stored as sum. Then when we go back to the other loop, to the loop again, we said now 1 equals to what? 1, because we added I plus plus there, so it's no longer 0. So 1 equals to what? 1. Okay, is 1 less than 5? Yes. Then what do? We go again. Then we're gonna come here at sum, and we'll find 1 here at sum. Say sum 1 plus what? Plus array with the value of what? 1 now. Then the value of 1 is what? Is 2 now. And then we add that 2 as well, just like that, until we get to the value that is equals to or greater than 5. So I think now I'm clear on that one. Then we'll have to say cout the value of array, the sum of this array, the sum of this array is, then we display sum here. So let's see if we will get 15. Okay, then I think now I can run my code. There we go. Go to console. Yes, the sum of this array is 15. So that's it for today, guys. So if you have any question, please just comment down below on the chat, on the comment, and then you let me know if there's something you would like to learn from me as well. And then if you have some difficult challenges that you're coming across, just send me them on the comment as well, so that I can just have a look at them, and then I can come and assist, right? Because I know that at these days people, they can just know how to solve it, but without understanding it's just a waste of time, right? So if you have any difficult question, just upload it there on the comment chat, and then I will have to look at it, and then I will try to do it. But next video now is going to be arrays. I'm going to teach you guys on arrays because I haven't taught arrays in this program. So thank you so much for joining through, and I'm having an exciting news. Exciting news is that we're going to keep on doing the challenging that I will receive from people, as well as I'm going to start a new series now on backend development. Soon I'll be starting a new series whereby we'll be developing or building a backend or with a database from the scratch. And on that video, won't be using C sharp. I mean C++. Will be using C sharp. So stay tuned so that you don't miss any of those, because I know you will like to learn backend as well. All right. Thanks everyone for joining. Cheers. Bye.